Stop worrying about homework and start learning with confidence. This is Ask Learn. Complete help for every subject. Like, share, subscribe for daily learning videos.
So now we'll work on problem 80 from chapter 21. This problem asks us to draw structures for the carboxylic acid and ester compounds that they give us in the 4 parts. So let's go ahead and work on part A, where we're given pentanoic acid. So we know that the PENT prefix here means we're going to have a 5-carbon chain. And the oic acid means that we have a carboxylic acid. So we can go ahead and draw this 5-carbon chain, having the carboxylic acid on the right side. Either side is correct. Either ending side is correct. And so the characteristic functional group here is the double bond O attached to the OH group right here. So that's the structure of pentanoic acid. If we move on to part B, we get methyl hexanoate. So the ester groups names can be a little tricky because we have 2 alkyl groups connected to the ester group, and so it's important to remember which side goes where. So the hexanoate will be connected to the double bonded carbon, the carbon that's double bonded to the oxygen. So let's draw this to better illustrate what I mean. So we can draw a 6-membered carbon chain because of this hex here. So that's 5, and then we have 6. We have the carbon that's double bonded to the oxygen, and then a single bonded to an oxygen, which is then bonded to our second part, which is the methyl part. So here, this whole part here is the hexanoate, the part that is the hydrocarbon chain as determined by the hex, and then the ester functionality, which is shown by O8. And here we have the methyl. So the part that's connected to the OATE, which identifies as an ester, is the hydrocarbon chain connected to the carbon, the double bonded oxygen. So let's go ahead and move on to part C, where we're given 3-ethyl heptanoic acid. So we know from this name that we should have 7 carbons from the hept prefix here. So let's go ahead and draw in our carboxylic acid first. And then we know that we should have an ethyl group on position 3, which is this one. So we draw in our ethyl, and then we complete the carbon chain with 4 more carbons to get the structure of 3-ethyl heptanoic acid. Let's move on to part D, where we're given butyl ethanoate. And as we mentioned for part B, the part that's connected to the O8 is the part that's connected to the double bonded oxygen. So we can go ahead and draw in our ETH, which is 2 carbons. And the second one is double bound to the oxygen and single bonded to another oxygen. And then we have the butyl group, which is CH2, 4 carbons in a row. And that's the structure for butyl ethanoate.